Hello everybody, I decided to basically kind of elaborate more on my plans that I made on what my gripes about on WWE, TNA, ROH, etc. and even Shimmer, because although it's near perfect, it ain't all perfect. Okay, one I'm gonna get to how I would once Mercedes Martinez, the Latina sensation, would be signed to my version of the WWE, how I would book her, as well as how I would treat cheerleader Melissa from her fucking foul Muslim burqa thingy. Okay, what is the WWE? Basically, after WrestleMania, Beth Phoenix is still champion. It basically teases that Candice will continue her feud with Beth, and then when basically Beth is basically trying to call out Candice, Mercedes Martinez's music jumps in.
When you hear music, you feel the energy in the ring like you wanna lose it. You pop your head, you move your hands when you hear music. You feel the energy in the ring like you wanna lose it. You pop your head, you move your hands when you hear music. You feel the energy in the ring like you wanna lose it. You pop your head, you move your hands when you hear music. You feel the energy in the ring like you your body.
And then basically Mercedes Martinez comes out instead of Candy. This brings Beth Phoenix a complete and utter shock, and basically Mercedes Martinez, who is actually pretty decent on the mic. She's not great, but she's not average. She's very good on the mic, in my opinion, and I think that her accent it kind of also adds a little mystique. That she's not just a chick who claims to be Latina, as I've seen a lot of indie female wrestlers do. They just claim to be another ethnicity, but well, they're not. Anyway, so basically Mercedes just comes in. She's playing her face, mind you. She is just basically saying that okay, let's just say that you've basically cleared the way. She basically goes, clap clap, you have basically defeated all of the divas in the diva division. Yet you have not truly you have not even dug deep enough to go to another athlete, such as myself. And basically, she's just basically ripping into Beth, claiming that the only reason she is the women's champion now is because she is the only women's wrestler on the roster. And then basically this pisses off Beth so much, and trust me, I know her life 3 times. She is a very decent actress. She can pull off these emotions, and then basically she just tries to basically spear Mercedes. Mercedes just suddenly gives her basically the Fisherman Buster, which, as far as I know, is Beth Phoenix's finisher as well. This also gives basically will hopefully get Mercedes over as the face, and Beth Phoenix would get a lot of heel heat, and then Beth would just basically run away, just going, "I'm not dealing with this bitch," because she just basically did her own finisher on her. And that will basically set up the Mercedes Beth feud, which I think would be very, very good. Basically, how I feel Melissa would be very, very easy. Take her out, sign her, give her a contract, open, mind you, a very open contract, because I don't want 15-year-old Melissa to get completely and utterly dumped on because she got a written contract. Like Jimmy Rave, idiot. Okay, Again, I'm not criticizing Jimmy Wave and his wrestling ability. I just think that he was stupid for signing with TNA signing with TNA. Anyway, so basically, now that Rashan Saeed is out of the way, I'll be basically trying to set her up. I'll be playing probably Melissa as a heel, due to the fact that it seems that they're trying to make ODB into a face again, due to the fact that she's disturbingly over. And then basically Cheerleader Melissa, she'll be basically being Awesome Kong's not really mouthpiece, but she will be basically Awesome Kong's little partner in crime. They would be pairing up together a lot, and such. And Cheerleader Melissa would really like to call out Gail Kim or ODB or whoever else is a knockout, which is kind of would make also her kind of be a tweener, because it wouldn't really matter as long as she would get a fucking knockout title shot. And I'll probably keep her ring attire, but just not with the pom-poms, because an evil cheerleader just doesn't really make sense to me. I never really liked Cheerleader Melissa as a heel when she had the pom-poms. I think she looks great as a heel without them. I also like the fucking trench coat jacket. Nice one, girl. Anyway, so that is what I would do. And also, I also want to touch more on what I want Shimmer to do, and I want to give them a fucking tag team belt, because I know that Shimmer is great what it does. I've been to numerous Shimmer live events. I only live like 30 minutes away from where they mainly host their main shows. However, I seriously think that if they ever want to bring American Joshi as Allison Danger, the co-founder of the company, calls its description, they need to have a tag team belt, because right now Sarah, she's a great champion, she's a great wrestler, okay, but I like MM better. She's a great wrestler. They have a Shimmer belt now. They seriously need to get tag team titles out. Otherwise, a lot of people would just go, "Ha! You are not a real promotion. Why? Because you don't have tag team title belts. So screw you." And I just think that Shimmer really desperately needs tag team belts, because they have great tag teams. Melissa and Mischief, Scream Team. I don't know if that's what it's actually called. That's what I call them, Mischief and Daphne. They have the Dangerous Angels, for Christ's sake. They have the experience. They have a lot of tag teams, but they mainly just get into feuds for feuds. I just think that if they had a tag team belt, that would definitely add to the death of the promotion as a whole, because we're no longer like, yeah, we're Shimmer, we're out, we're from Illinois. Watch out, buy our DVDs. We're close to Ring of Honor. Hee. I think they really need to just step it up a little bit so that they can separate themselves from Shimmer and be an actual promotion, like a Shimmer tag team, and a Shimmer tag team belts would do a lot to them, to their prestige and such. And I think that the first one they should be giving to is, I think that they should give to the Scream Team, because I like Mischief and I like Daphne, and I think that if they gave them to the Dangerous Angels, that would look too political and a little too weird, and how they're trying to carry Sarah Del Rey. And I think that Sarah Del Rey is already the first women's champion. I don't want her to be the first tag team champion as well. That I think that would look a little skewed and a little suspicious. Anyway, Mission and Daphne, first Shimmer tag team champions, please. Anyway, see you later, guys. I'm out.